for another Plan With Me Monday. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through my lesson plans for week 2 of transportation. Everything that goes in the air, land, and water. We're learning all about that. Stay tuned to see what I have on my lesson plans for next week. Okay, so here we are inside of my OneNote lesson plan. So I'm going to go over with you today basically what I'm going to be doing for my group live meetings on Google. We use Google. They can be done on Zoom, and they can also be done inside your classroom if you have a smart board that you're using for group time would be another way that you could use these activities. So I'm going to be starting out my week this week with reading the book, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, just because it's really fun. And then we're also introducing them to the letter J. So remember, with our state guidelines through our district, we have to do letter recognition, beginning sounds and stuff. So I'm trying to find the best way I can to ensure that my children are having fun and engaged and happy learning as we do these activities. And this is one of the ways that I have found this year through this whole craziness of school this year is by creating these slideshows that make them do an action to when they see the letter that we've introduced. So we're going to be introducing the letter J, and with that I am going to be showing them this slideshow right here. So let me go to slideshow from the beginning, and what they're going to do is as they see a plane come in, or a jet, because it's a jet, they're going to pretend like they are a jet and they're going to go and they're going to fly in every single time they see a letter J. So they're going to be identifying the letters, and then when they see the letter J, whether it's an uppercase or lowercase, they're going to be pretending to fly like they're a jet. It makes it fun. It makes it engaging. They're really focused on the activity that we're doing, and it's a win-win across the board for everybody. So this is something that will never be leaving my room after we're through with this whole pandemic and we're back to normal. This is something that I'm going to be continuing throughout my teaching career because I have found that it is just so engaging for the kids, and they're catching on like that, being able to do these kinds of activities with them. So that's how I'm going to introduce the letter J, and then we're going to do a jet craft using the letter J during our work time. Then we're going to be moving in. So if you remember, every time I plan, I do a language, a math, language, math, language. And then so math is going to be on Tuesday, and we're going to be measuring how long and how short. So we're introducing them to those words long and short, and we're introducing them to how we can measure things with objects. So they can bring pennies, bottle caps. If they have the cubes, they can bring anything with them to class, and then we're going to practice measuring long and short, but we're going to introduce them to this by showing them this measurement activity that we have as a slideshow. I'll do it from the beginning. So they're going to be measuring how long the vehicles are for Mr. Fix-It to come in and show me how long their vehicle is so that he can fix the tires on it or whatever. So they're pulling in, and they have the little police car, and then we're going to be counting how long is the police car. And then he drives out, and we talk about how long he was. He's 4. And then another car comes in, and it's an ambulance, and we measure how long the ambulance is. And then at the end of this one, I'm going to have those conversations with them. Okay, the police car was 4, and the ambulance is how many? Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which one is longer? And they'll, well, it's the ambulance. And the police car was what again? What is the police car? It's short. So just really giving them those different ways that they can express themselves and engage in that activity using those words long and short. So that is that one. And then we're going to be moving on, and we're going to be doing the Big Red Bus, which is one of my favorite books for a storytell and like a board activity that I will use on one of my magnetic boards here. And then we're going to follow that up with a rhyming activity for them to be talking about rhymes and how words that rhyme, they have the same ending sound. So we will be doing there again another slideshow that they can engage with and help me with as we're going through. So I know you might not be able to see the whole thing just because of the way it is. But so it's going to be chugga chugga choo choo rhyme time. And we have a cake there, and I have a snake, and I have a frog. I wonder which one is going to rhyme. Cake and frog? Cake and snake. And when they shout snake, then it will go up and it will show that, oh, yay, you guys were right. And we'll go through just different ones that will rhyme with the object that's in the train as we go through, and we're talking about our rhyming words. So that is the way that I will be using a lot of the activities within my Google Meetings. I also use other activities that I'm going to turn the camera around real quick so that you can see what those look like. Okay, so with this activity, I'm going to be using my pocket chart. And the object of us is we're learning how to recognize our numbers. And depending on which age group of kids I'm working with or which group of kids I have, we'll either be doing 1 through 10, or I can also go 1 through 20 or 10 through 20, however you want. And what I typically do this time of the year is I don't keep them in order. We're going to put them in just random order through here, so I'm not going to do that with you right now. And then we're going to have a birdie that's hiding, and I'm going to hide it before they see the activity. And what we're doing is we're looking for, where is the birdie hiding? And they're identifying the number for me, and I'll go, okay, so you said 9. Is this 9? No, Miss Tammy, that's not 9. Is this one 9? No, Miss Tammy, that one's not 9. So that I know that they know what 9 is. And I'm really wanting them to be able to verbalize to me and tell me that that one's 9. And we'll pull it and we'll go, oh, Kai, Birdie's not there. Where is Birdie? Where is Birdie hiding? And then they'll tell me another number, and we'll go through it again until we find the birdie. And if they find it right away, then we'll just keep practicing until we're kind of done with that activity. So we're going to be practicing that this week as well. If you want to be able to grab a copy of this, it is a freebie. Woohoo! It's a freebie that you can get when you sign up for my monthly newsletter. And this is going to be going out at the end of this week so that you'll be able to use it. So sign up for my monthly newsletter and you'll get a monthly freebie, and it is going to be this week. So I hope you guys do that. So let me flip the camera back around so you can see some of the other activities that I will be doing to go along with our math. Okay, and then we're going to follow up that activity for some of more of my advanced kids of learning how to, last week we practiced subitizing, and I've been practicing subitizing for the last several weeks. And now we're going to be subitizing amounts and then adding amounts together. And we're going to be doing that with a cargo addition game. And let me show you what that's going to look like. So here is our cargo truck. Let me do our little slideshow. And as they come in, they're going to be spinning. They're going to be identifying that amount for me. And they're going to tell me what that is. And we're going to pull that up. And then another cargo thing will come in. And they'll tell me what that amount is. And there again, we'll talk about that. So I have 2 plus 1. Let's see. 2 plus 1. How many do you think that is? And what I'll do, since we're doing the virtual, and even if I'm in the classroom, I want them to show me. Show me that you understand. Show me with your fingers, and they'll show me 3, and they'll tell me. So I want to be able to really capture their understanding of an activity that we're doing, and that's one of the ways that I have them do it. And then we'll go through, and yep, you're 3, it's right. And then we'll do this several different times, and we'll practice with them. They're adding the cargo together on the trucks. And then from there, After that, on the end of the week, we were really getting towards the end of the year. We're getting close for us to doing our assessments, which are really important. And one of our assessments is, can they blend sounds together to have that understanding of CVC words? So if I say og and I put og, and they'll blend them together. So I'll show you what we're going to be doing for that one as well. Since it's transportation, we thought we would do a car that's going along and he's sounding out all the different sounds, and we're coming up with the word that as we blend those sounds together, what word are we making? So as we start out, it's duh, and then he drives up and we go ah, g, d, ah, g, d, ah, g. And then they'll come up with, oh, it's a dog, it's a dog. And we are doing just different ones there again of the CVC words that we've already been practicing on. This is just another way for them to get the exposure and just practice what we've been teaching them with their sounds. So we'll be doing that as well. Then there again, like you heard me say, it is assessment time. So we will be doing our assessments there again. We've introduced J. Last week we did C for car. So I want to see, do they have the understanding of the beginning sound J and the beginning sound K? And I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you how we're doing that and how we're getting those assessments even though we're virtually, to see their understanding. So let me show you kind of how that looks so that we're still capturing that information that's so important for us to gather. So here's what we'll do for that activity. There again, I will have my pocket chart back here with my picture cards that we have already been working on, and I'll mix them up down here so that they don't know which one I'm picking. But how I'm assessing them is I'm having them get their whiteboard. I know they all have a whiteboard, and we're going to say, okay, on this end, I'm going to write the letter C, and we'll go through, how do you write the letter C? You start at the top, you curve, and you come down. And then I want them to flip their board over, and we're going to write the letter J. Start at the top, come down, curve. So they have J and they have C. So we're sorting these beginning sounds, and I'm assessing them based off if they understand if it starts with a C or if it starts with a J. And they'll hold their board up to the screen so that we can see. So if I go, oh, boys and girls, we have jeans, jeans, and they'll go, then they are not, we have them muted, so they can't shout out the answers, and then they will hold up their board for the understanding of that beginning sound, and then we'll put it up here so that they can see it, and then we'll get another one, and they'll tell us what it is, and there again, whoops, it's not focusing very well, and then we will, there again, have them do their board and show us what letter. And then we'll put it up here. And then we'll just keep going through with several different words that they can identify for us and they can show so that we understand and capture if they have that full understanding of K and J. So that's how we're doing that virtually. And there again, like I said, a lot of this stuff is stuff that we also do inside of our classroom during circle time to capture that information as well. And don't forget that if you want to get this pocket chart activity for your classroom, don't forget to sign up for the newsletter, and this will go out on Friday, this Friday. So what is that going to be? I want to say it's going to be the 5th. So Friday the 5th. Friday the 5th, this is going to be going out in my newsletter. So if you want to grab this, make sure you click on the link below and sign up for the monthly freebie newsletter. So until then, everybody, thanks for joining me. Bye.